maze of myself. Sometimes I want to press my fingers against my temples and crush my own thoughts back into my cranium. I want to rake fingernails across the center of my mind in order to silence the ceaseless roar. It's not that the thoughts originate in my head, but my brain is like a sponge, and it soaks in all the dark winged words that float through this little apartment at random intervals. I can never predict when the next barrage will come. It feels like I'm always pacing through familiar halls and rooms, just waiting for my nerves to be frayed all over again. It takes time to mend them, but it takes no time at all to rend them back into messy ribbons. My dad's voice always bleeds through the paper-thin walls, and never is it a sweet word spoken. No sugar, just blackness. It seems to spew from them both, oily geysers from bottomless wells, passive-aggressive hatred and malicious phrases launched at each other like poison arrows from a long bow. I don't know why my dads stay together when they seem to boil each other's blood, but I suspect it is because of me. They want to offer me a normal life. They don't want me to grow up in a broken home, the product of a failed relationship. It would cast a shadow on my adoption. Two young gay men coming together during changing times to do the progressive thing and raise up a child. How long ago that was. There must have been love then. And how could it become such a curdled thing, a mockery of what it used to be? The perversion of kindness and support, the birth of wrath and endless barbs. My home isn't broken, it is painfully intact, and I wander forever through these fields of war, hoping to help one of my fathers lick his wounds when the other cuts him too deeply with nothing but his tongue. They never become physical. The fists do not fly. It is all words, all terrible words full of weight, and you can't escape words. You can try to drown them out with music, or clamp your hands over your ears to dampen them, but you know they're still out there, swirling around you, threatening to consume whatever leftovers of peace there are to be found. I rock back and forth on the floor. Sometimes I ram my head into the walls to distract myself. I snort and cry and run until the muscles in my thighs burn. I crave the moonlight that filters in from above, and I wish on the moon for mercy. Cast your lunar love upon them, and do something to quell the rage. Exorcise them of the despair that clings to their souls with parasitic intent. Show me a way out. Give me just a little thing to hope for, even if it is microscopic in size. I have made of my mind a maze, and I am lost in myself. I roam and eat, and occasionally catch a bit of restless sleep, but in this realm of bickering there is truly no respite to be found. Sometimes it feels like the pizza I'm stuffing into my mouth moves and screams, a red smear of life being chewed between my teeth, and why does it taste like the flesh of a person? I fear that I am going mad in here. I have been here too long. They built up a home for me, but it presses in, and I have no fresh air to gulp into my lungs. This place is stale, and it stinks of carrion. The apartment can't be that big, but it often seems to stretch into infinity. Where's the front door? Is there a door? I need a friend. I need to hear a voice that isn't malign. They're arguing again, and it seems to fracture inner corridors. Enough! It's all a big circle. Each fight is a globe, and they are destined to do this forever. There is no resolution, only disillusion. I am what is left in the lament, and there is no light for me. I'm starved of it. A flower forbidden to bloom, a plant denied growth. This state of condemnation I do not understand. I am haunted by hoofbeats. Where are they coming from? Where? The booming of the oppressed, the gloom by which I am anchored. And still the words are flung with reckless abandon. It's an abomination. Can't you see that? And what would you have me do? Brick it up and let it starve? Leave it to rot? For such a bestial thing, that would be a mercy. We have to endure this, fool. Search for your backbone and make use of it if you can. It's you that wants to show it glimmers and shimmers, a false face, this smoke screen to mask its true nature. That alone is folly. It has been centuries, and even a modern illusion is hollow. Can't they be quiet just for once? Would it kill them to let me dream? always spouting this nonsensical rhetoric, stinging each other with retorts, and it's me that swells up with hurt. I'm trying so hard to outrun the words, but the momentum is too much. I crash headfirst into a section of wall, and I see that I've shattered a mirror. The grass shrapnel covers the floor, and in the pieces I see hundreds of reflections of myself. I see the horns that curve outward. I see the golden ring pierce through my septum, and I gaze into the blazing black eyes of a bull. And as hard as it is to accept, I know that those eyes belong to me. The face is horrid, misunderstood, and it is what lies beneath the glamour bestowed upon myself and the maze. I rise back up to my feet, disheartened as always, and I shuffle deeper into the labyrinth. Somewhere far behind me, in one of 1,000 corridors that comprise this prison, Daedalus continues to argue with King Minos. Their heated words carry from room to room. It never ends. The architects of the Minotaur's misery, engaged in a quarrel that lasts for lifetimes.